What's up, guys? Welcome to Mighty Champions. My name is John Sargent. Today we are going to be unboxing and reviewing the WWE Ultimate Edition Monday Night Wars Mankind with the help of the Mighty Professor of Science of Champions. Before we dive into Mankind, which I couldn't be more excited about, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit that like button and then drop a comment letting me know how you feel about this figure. Are you looking to pick it up? Are you excited about it? Let me know. Let's start off by taking a look at the box. You've got your classic Ultimate Edition box. It's the way that they tend to look. It's either you got your red on the front or you got your white on the front, just the reverse of this. But Ultimate Edition, Mankind, you can see him in all his glory there inside the box and all the accessories that I am so freaking excited to get into. This figure may or may not be replacing a fronter for me. We'll discuss that when we get to the comparisons, but really looking forward to getting into this one. On the side of the box, you got the awesome picture of Mankind with the belt. Raw, January 4th, 1999. I'm pretty certain this is when he won the title, and that was also the episode that turned the tide for the WWF against the dreaded Monday Nitro in the ratings war. So that's why this one's pretty significant. I learned earlier today that evidently these Monday Night Wars figures, they're all episodes of either Raw or Nitro. These are never going to be from pay-per-views, which is very interesting. Back of the box, you've got your picture of the figure. You got your picture of Mankind cutting a promo. It says, "It was the Monday night that flipped the wars," just as I suspected. Mankind finally got his WWE Championship opportunity against The Rock. WCW announcers took a pot shot at the main event, unintentionally causing WCW Nitro viewers to flip to Monday Night Raw. After 84 weeks, WWE finally surpassed WCW in the ratings, with D-Generation X lifting Mankind on their shoulders as the new WWE Champion. Isn't it 83 weeks? Isn't the name of the podcast that POS is on called 83 Weeks? Standing 6'2", from Long Island, New York, finisher Mandible Claw, career highlight WWE Champion. Mankind on that side of the box. All right, let's crack this bad boy open and see what we're working with. We got Mrs. Foley's baby boy, Mankind, out of his box. Let's take a look at his accessories. I am, at first glance, fascinated by these accessories. We'll start with the hands. He's got 2 fists for punches and bunches. He is a fighter after all. And The Rock needs his teeth punched out. So you got a couple of those. You got a couple of open hands for slapping and waving and things of this nature. And then we get into the really interesting stuff. So we come with the Attitude Era WWF Championship belt. We've seen this a bunch of times, and we're going to see it a bunch of times more. This is probably my second favorite belt after the 80s era belt. So always happy to see this. I mentioned before, I am not a belt connoisseur necessarily, so as far as accuracy and details and things like that, I'm not really sure, but I do believe that there's nothing missing from this one. This is the belt that Mrs. Foley's baby boy took home on January 4th, or whatever that date was. And then we've got a loose mask. So this is really interesting to me. This mask is not intended to actually go on to a figure necessarily. I think this is meant to be kind of in his hand, which is really interesting. I don't know that we've ever gotten this before. You could use this with whoever he's fighting. They could unmask him. This is just a really cool thing to have, especially since we also have this unmasked head. So I believe at the end of that match, I could be wrong. Mask, idiot. He is not wearing his mask. I think he has it in his hand, or at least somewhere over the course of that match, his mask comes off. Everyone knows his real name is Mick Foley, and it's kind of part of the story. So this is really cool that they have both of these things in there. Then we have got Mr. Socko. So this is really cool to have because he is just as famous for this silly sock as any of the other awesome things that his legendary career is noteworthy for. So this is really, really interesting to have something so unique to him. I prefer Cactus Jack. I prefer a more rough and tumble Mankind, but I do also enjoy comedy Mankind. So this is really, really cool to have. And then the other head sculpt is this open mouth, tongue through. This would have been better than the one that came with the defining moments. I actually like this one more. This is pretty cool. The tongue sideways, the missing teeth, the mask already on the head, kind of the hair coming through it. This is an awesome head sculpt. As far as the figure goes, I think this looks amazing. I love that the shirt is torn. And if you look, this is a soft goods shirt. And then underneath it, there's another soft goods shirt. And then underneath that, he's wearing like the brown singlet. And these will come off. These are Velcro. I don't know why you would take them off, but they could if you wanted to. So it just gives it that more disheveled, torn up kind of look. The tie naturally hangs sideways, which I really like. It just makes him look like the schlub that he kind of looked like, and I'm so for it. This body feels more in line with what we associate with Mick Foley. It's not overly fat or overly buff. It doesn't have those huge arms that were on the defining moments. Does it have a scar? It has the scar, so that's awesome. Like, man, I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing here. As far as articulation goes, it's kind of tough with the shirt on, but arms will go up to about 90. We do have double jointed pinless elbows, so this thing is entirely pinless, which is great. He does have an ab crunch, so he's got some forward lean, and then there is a swivel as well at the waist. As far as the legs go, you've got your thigh cut. The legs are also pinless and double jointed. Mankind known for his flexibility. He will do the splits. Another signature Mankind move. He's got drop down hips. That Mankind mobility. He's got toe articulation, and the boots obviously go forward, backward, side to side, all that good stuff. So as far as articulation and everything goes, A+, that's what you expect from an Ultimate. There's also a butterfly swivel in the shoulder, which is another thing that's a signature of the Ultimate. So as far as this figure goes, I think it looks absolutely incredible. Looks like he's a little over, maybe like 6 3/4 or so. Is this one. So a little bit on the taller side, which I like. Mankind is a bigger figure, but let's see how he compares to some other Mattel Elites. Here he is with the Game Triple H, one of my all-time favorite legacy rivalries in WWF, WWE. Looks like Triple H is maybe just a smidge taller. Maybe they're about the same height. I couldn't even tell you really in real life who's taller, but they definitely pair up well together. Mankind and Triple H look awesome for your Fig Fed or for your display or whatever you want to do with these. So here's your comparison with Triple H. Here we have the rivalry in question, or your rock and sock connection, however you want to do it. Also look absolutely incredible together. The Great One and Mrs. Foley's baby boy. This is, oh man, I am in love with this Mick Foley so far. Let's see how it compares to one more figure. Here he is. I think you know the guy. Cactus Jack is back. This is my current fronter, my representation of Mick Foley, my Cactus Jack, which is, I believe, a mashup that I got off of eBay that has the boots and tights that I want, it has the shirt that I want, it has the overshirt that I want, and it has the head sculpt that I want. And I prefer Cactus Jack over Mankind. However, it does have really old single joint articulation and things like that. And the more I play with this Mankind, the more I think it might replace that Cactus Jack. I have got some serious thinking to do. Now we have reached the portion of the show where the mighty professor of science, of champions, does his work. He is going to step in, he is going to review Ultimate Edition Monday Night Wars Mankind, and then he is going to give us his subjective opinion of this figure on a scale of 1 to 100. After he has done that, then I will give you guys my objective take on this figure and how I feel about it on a scale of cold to hot. So let's leave the mighty professor of Science of Champions to do his job, and then we'll get his opinions. Mighty Professor, after careful evaluation, in your professional opinion, what is your rating of Ultimate Edition Mick Foley?
Ultimate Edition Mankind is nearly perfect. He has wonderful articulation and likeness to the character. This figure also has an abundance of great accessories and extras. Monday Night Wars Mankind is in the upper echelon of action figures. I am giving it a score of 92 out of 100.
Well, there you have it, folks. From the Mighty Professor, a 92. Huge number. What is my subjective take on this figure? I'm not even going to deliberate. It is fire red. I love this figure. I love Mick Foley. I love the execution of this. I love the head sculpts. I love that his tie is like off to the side and kind of turned around. I love the tattering of the shirt. Its articulation is great. The face sculpts are great. The accessories that you get are great. There's honestly, in my personal opinion, nothing wrong with this figure. It's virtually no notes. There have been some other Mick Foleys that have come out recently that I just passed on because there was something. There was always something wrong. This one in particular, I freaking love this thing. I just now need to decide whether or not it's gonna be this guy or this guy in my display, which I might have to sit with overnight or for a week, I don't even know. But this is certainly the better figure of the two. It's just a matter of if it becomes a replacement in my display or a fronter of mine. But absolutely love this Monday Night Wars Mick Foley. All right, guys, that about wraps it up for our review of the WWE Ultimate Edition Monday Night Wars Mankind figure. What a doozy. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you going to pick this one up? Are you passing? Is this your preferred Mick Foley? Do you like Cactus Jack? Do you like Mankind? Drop a comment. Let me know. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out the other videos that we've done, the other reviews and toy hunts. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.